Okay, so good rising to those of you who are going to come across this video. Hold on, y'all. Let me drink some water. I just took a pill and it feel like it's stuck right there. Go listen some more. All right, so good rising to those who are here with us at this time. I think I need to choose different because that was from yesterday. This had nothing to do with this reading, so let me move these out the way. All right, so I pulled these cards actually a few days ago for this particular reading, and they've been sitting. And a lot of times I notice that when that happens for me, that there are events that still need to take place sometimes, or there are just experiences that I personally still need to have that are going to assist me with usually bringing and giving a very accurate reading. All right, so one of the things that I feel like is significant to point out in regards to this energy is that when I was preparing to understand what the messages were from the booklet, from reading my book for the first deck that I chose to use, I wound up seeing a card. So we have as the overall energy, I'm just going to go ahead and show this real quick before I set the intentions. We have the Gateway card. And for me, intuitively, this was me thinking about portals. This was me thinking about an entrance of some sort or an exit for that matter. Okay. And then the thought that came this morning after that was, oh my God, this could have something to do with the that plantation and stuff that was burning or is still burning or however it goes. It could have something to do with that. And I pulled this days before that information even came out. So I love that for us. When when I looked into the book for the messaging, I had pulled some of my affirmation cards just to be my bookmarks and placeholders so that I could quickly go to these understandings in the booklet. And the card that I had here is 999 release. Okay, and then it says time to start a new journey. Let go of what's no longer serving you, right? So just with seeing the word release, as it pertains to that situation with the plantation, I feel like, and it's other situations too with the ancestors or what people are suggesting is ancestral spiritual activity. It's a lot of releasing happening. And matter of fact, from different gateways. One I saw on TikTok where there was like a tornado forming over water. That's what it looked like to people, to the naked eye, but it's it probably wasn't, or depending on what you believe, it was the souls and of many who have passed who were underneath the water. So anyway, gateway, portal. This was another word that came to my mind, a portal. Then I received information about them opening the portals with CERN and things like that. So releasing release can go both ways. Release can be where we are letting go of something so that we can receive something else. And release could also be just bringing something in. So letting go and then bringing something in. Okay. Um, I hope that made sense. Cause like sometimes when I am channeling for myself and I'm doing work for myself, when I say that I release something, um, sometimes it is me releasing something away from myself, and other times it's releasing something on behalf of myself so that I can receive it, released to be received. So that's what I mean when I'm saying you can release to let go of something and you can release to have something come into you. All right, moving on. Let's go ahead and set the intentions. Thank you, Holy Spirit of wisdom, for being present today. Thank you so much for the opportunity to channel and to be a vessel of spirit. Make me a very clear channel. Give me the messages straight, no chaser, oh God. Thank you so much for my spiritual team that is always present, always with me, always ready to allow me to tap into the wisdom that dwells within. So be it, and so shall it be. May these messages reach all that it's meant to for their highest good and the highest good of all who are connected to me. All right, so my question to God the day that I, prepared for this reading was, Spirit, what messages do you have for us in regards to ancestral energy? What's going on? What ancestral messages do you have for us? So from my Universal Love deck, I got the card of Sacred Union here. Sacred Union. Sacred Union came out. Okay, so with the understanding of the Gateway card, which is talking about, I didn't say this, so I need to go ahead. With the understanding from the booklet about the Gateway card, it's actually talking about releasing what is no longer serving us, letting go. It's talking about the ending of a cycle and the beginning of something new. Okay, so with that being said, with the Sacred Union card coming out, it's very possible that for many of us, hold on, y'all. Let me put my baby's bottle back in her mouth. I'll be right back. Okay. I actually think that she is done with her bottle, so we're going to keep it pushing. In this idea of releasing what is no longer serving, it gives vibes of, for some of us, we are about to have to, and not have to, but we could be choosing to walk away from um, a former connection that we're no longer in alignment with. Okay, and in freeing ourselves from that connection, we may open ourselves up to a connection that is more in alignment with who we are, and our purpose, because this Sacred Union card, this is about a spiritual connection as well as potentially romantic connections. It's also about partnerships, even in business. Okay, so yeah, this Sacred Union card was absolutely beautiful. I do feel like it's a love thing, but I also feel like it's spiritual work and work, normal work. Okay, the next card that came out is the Universal Heart card here. The Universal Heart. And this card ultimately was talking about tapping into the divinity within ourselves. So, a lot of times, ways that we are able to do that is through things like meditation or channeling, okay? Sitting with yourself, allowing your thoughts to flow into you and out. So that card was asking us to sit with ourselves and listen to our intuition, listen to the spirit of the Lord that dwells within us. That's what the Universal Heart card was about. For me, that card often is associated with the energy of Pisces. And Pisces, I am aware, is connected to what people know as twin flame connections, or what I like to call 144,000 divine unions. People often talk about the 144,000, and they talk about it like it's just men only. There's been a lot of speculation about who the 144,000 are. I happen to believe that it's a multiplicity of things, but in the realm of men or women, I actually think it's both, and I think it is couples who are aligned energetically, so that means spiritually, emotionally with one another, and they are aware of the spiritual and physical purposes of the union that they're working in. I also believe that they um may create a family with this dynamic. Okay, so it's a family, a man, a wife, children. If children are a product of that union, whether it's blended families or even if it is these two people come together and their union brings about life. So without further ado, some of the first messages that the ancestors are sharing with us in regards to what messages, what energy is floating around some of us at this time, or the collective at this time, it is that there are sacred unions that are getting ready to come together. Hold on, y'all. My baby is doing something. I have to watch. Okay. I'm going to keep on moving. So with the air, my next card that came, my next deck that I used is the Black Moon Astrology deck. And this was talking about the overall energy is the air element of communicating. The air element of communicating. Right underneath that is the Libra I balance, which can deal with relationships. Bless you, mommy. Which can deal with relationships and be it contractual, so marriage relationships, or even just soulmate unions and the twin flame connection. Okay. So also the air element connected to this reading could be Libra, or of course Gemini and Aquarius. So when this air element communicating card comes out, I feel like this has everything to do with conversations. It can deal with news reports. It can deal with, oh, is she finna cut up? It looks like she might be getting ready to cut up. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get this little girl together. Okay, she not cutting up. She's still stretching and stuff. Oh, I hope she don't. I hope I get to finish this reading. With the air element card, this can talk about ideas coming through that are useful, that are strategic. This definitely deals with concepts about the mind, psychology, the inner workings of our brain, okay? Technology, technological advances, innovation, genius, okay? So let me go ahead and get the main messages. We had the Saturn return age card come out. Oh, there she go. Pookie, you mad? She cutting up. Give me 1 minute, you guys. People. So with the Saturn return age card, this is either giving the Tower energy or it's giving Judgment energy to me, like an awakening. It's giving this energy of anything that's not based upon truth, or anything that is not based upon a firm foundation anymore. This is what is going to be uprooted. This is what is going to undergo transformation and or change. This is what's coming to a close, coming to an end, so that newness can come in, so that the truth of whatever this is dealing with can come in. Okay, this is observation. This is the need to reflect, rebuild. Okay. The next card that came out, we have the Void of Course Moon, or missing. So the Void of Course Moon, usually that is the moon phase where it has gone through each sign, if I'm not mistaken, in every phase. And it is that space that's in between where it's starting its rotation. Excuse me, not its rotation, but it's starting its journey through the signs again. Void of Course Moon means it's completed the first cycle, and it's in this space where it's just kind of relaxing, it's chilling before starting the whole process over again. For some reason, that's giving me hermit energy. That's giving me, a space and time where we are in darkness and we are reflecting over experiences that we may have just come out of. And this is also a period where we are not supposed to make major decisions. Like, we have to wait until the moon actually begins its journey again and starts to go into the planets or the signs. Okay, so this will be a space and time where, after this revelatory information or this revelatory situation or experience happens, after that, there's a period of stillness that is needed. There is a period of retreat, kind of to gather oneself again. Okay, and we have the Aries I Am card. showing up here. I feel like for some of us, um, this is dealing with the head. Aries is with the head of the body. In the head is where, if you ask me, the spirit or the soul, the seat of the soul resides. So it's where everything begins and where everything low key ends. Aries is known to deal with knowledge about who we are. It can deal also with the physical appearance. Most importantly, Aries energy deals with our self concept. Who do you say you are? Who are you? So these could be conversations, these could be thoughts that are coming up for the first time for some people or coming up again. Because just like in nature and life, there is a starting point and there's an ending point, and that's with many seasons in our lives. So a lot of people don't understand, and a lot of people are not aware that when we're born, when we incarnate here and stuff like that, and we have our we come through the stars and the solar systems and all this other type of stuff, and they are casts and they influence our birth and our personality and even the way that we look and experiences that we are going to have in our life, mentalities that we will have to either break or hold on to. Many people don't understand that our natal chart is one thing, right? And it is very valuable as it can be a constant, but it is not the end all be all. You have something called your secondary progression chart. And with your secondary progression chart, I have found in my observation that that chart tells you where you are at the present moment in your life. Hold on, y'all. I got to go fix my baby bottle. Mama, you finished that, girl. Let's get you and let's burp you, shall we? Oh, that's pretty. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. You look like you've been eating real good, girl. Real good. Okay. So where was I about this Aries energy? We were talking about the self concept, um, who we say we are. Good job, mommy. What else does Aries deal with? Aries deals with the beginning, newness, a fresh start. Aries is spring energy as well. So revival, you can consider something a revival, or this could be something starting new for the first time. It could be in its infant stage. But when the Aries energy is here, this is about us figuring out who we want to show up as. Okay. So that's going to be something that I feel like is going to be part of the conversations that the collective is having within themselves. Who am I? Who do I want to be? How do I want to show up? Matter of fact, when I was looking into these as far as in the Hebrew, Aries would deal with technically with the tribe of Reuben. And Reuben had vision, if I'm not mistaken. Reuben had the gift of foresight or seeing. And to see something is also to know something. To perceive something is also to know. So it also corresponds with the, I don't know, something just came across the screen, but it also corresponds with the Hebrew letter of Resh, which deals with the head as well, being the chief of something, the beginning of something, the first of something. Okay, so for a lot of us, you could receive information that you find out that you are the first of, whether it's like the first millionaire or the first graduate, the first business owner, because Aries energy can deal with entrepreneurship. Okay, Aries energy can deal with your fitness. It can deal with being an investigative person. What else does Aries energy deal with? A spiritual warrior, and a warrior, very much so, for real, physically. Hey, Corey. Hey, honey bun. So, with that being said, this Aries energy is what's influencing. Oh, okay. Some of you guys could have a very important Aryan placement as well. Some of y'all might have a North Node in Aries, similar to myself. Or if it's not that, you could have your South Node in Aries, or Venus in Aries, or just some other personal planet that's going to um, affect your truth. Okay, that is going through a transformation, that's being changed, something that's coming to an end, and a newness is starting here in this thing. Now, we do have Saturn here, so Saturn in Aries could be somehow significant for some people, and it may not have anything to do with that, but the Saturn energy is just showing us about the major change that has to take place, because maybe some things have been built up on a not so firm foundation, and because it's been built on an unfirm foundation, it's getting toppled. And the thing is, you can either go with this, you can flow with this, or you're gonna be fighting, kicking, screaming. Corey says, Aries Saturn, I think my Saturn return is starting. Oh, ha, ha. Thank you, Holy Spirit of Wisdom. You always do your thing. You always do your thing. I'm so excited about that. Corey says, my Saturn return is starting. Saturn moving into Aries, leaving Pisces. Thank you so much for giving me that information. And I'm wondering, and is that the current? That's the current, right? I feel like that's the current placements too. So I'll just say, of course, as per usual, Spirit is accurate. Spirit is on point, right? That's all I'll say. Okay, let's get on to the tarot. And I know I'm gonna have to actually get ready to get another deck so I can clarify these cards. But my overall energy that was at the bottom of the deck when I finished pulling the tarot messages for this Ancestral Collective reading, I had got the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is feminine energy for me always. It's like a mother energy, a boss energy. This to me is a woman who is well learned in something. It could be multiple things, or it could be one thing that she has become an expert in, to the point to where it is very lucrative for her. Like, she is a studious person. She is a person who is very observant, very analytical, heavy on the Virgo energy, but it also could be Taurian energy or Capricorn, female. Or it doesn't have to be, but I like to read what's on the card. It's a queen. It's giving, okay, a woman. This woman is excellent with the spirit of discernment. When she calls something, it is what the freak she called it as. So you can take it to the bank. This is a woman who is reliable. She's dependable. Her spiritual gifts could absolutely deal with foresight. It could deal with, she could be very psychic. She could have healing in the palm of her hands. This is sometimes my woman who she is into root work and herbs and biology and metaphysics. Very, very powerful energy when it comes to that with the Queen of Pentacles. Whatever she learns, whatever she knows, she employs it to the point to where she becomes wealthy. I don't know why, but I feel very heavy about getting the house in order. The next card that I saw at the bottom of the deck was the King of Swords. King of Swords, more Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra energy. This could either be a person that this woman partners with, or this could be an energy that comes in or that comes through for her. The King of Swords is about strategy. The King of Swords is about knowledge. It's about teaching. It's about writing, okay? So part of this person's mission could be to teach about spiritual matters in a practical way. Okay, teaching about spiritual matters in a very practical way. This is what makes this person lucrative. This is what makes this person their money. It's like, oh my God, you made spiritual matters or matters that would seem too high, too lofty for others to understand. You've taken it and you've applied it in a practical way that makes sense for people. And this is why you are paid well. And that's if you're teaching. That's if you're speaking. You could speak, you could write. Corey says, yes, that's current. It happened in the last few days. I'll double check. Thank you so much for that, Corey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All right. So the King of Swords is also could be organization. This is military. This is structure. This is I gotta say this. Some of us ladies who are spiritually advanced or spiritually inclined, like spiritually skilled, part of our skill set could be to assist others or even ourselves with coming up with a plan, planning, strategy, defense. Okay, defense. Let me say that because this is military energy. This is the police energy, the King of Swords. So with that being said, when you think about military, that's a line of defense. They prepare for in the event that something happens. So as this pertains to the Queen of Pentacles energy, because I feel like it's all connected, it is possible that those of us that this energy is talking about, it's preparing us for war, spiritual warfare. But spiritual warfare is also very physical. It always manifests in the physical. Good morning, Haraya. Hi. Thank you to everyone who's coming through and speaking. I appreciate you guys for that. I really, really do. Let me see what happens with this when I press that. Oh, nothing much, but it was something. So, okay, hold on. I'm getting more. I'm hearing more. The Queen of Pentacles also deals with the body, health. So with that being said, part of somebody's strategy, and I know that this is resonating personally for myself, because if I let y'all hear some of the channeled messages that Spirit gave me over these last few days, as I was elevated, participating in the herb, I'm telling y'all, like, Spirit, I feel, has put me up on game about ways that I can manifest wealth for myself. And that is going to be through taking the spiritual wisdom, knowledge, information, and properly applying it to everyday life. And specifically, one of the ways that they said that can happen is to bring balance within the body. Focusing on the body. Mind you, Aries energy deals with our physical body. So this is why, like, some of us may be literally getting told to start at the beginning. Go back to the root. This is how we're going to provide stability and security for ourselves, which is also a theme of this Queen of Pentacles energy. This is about a woman who is stable, secure, able to provide for herself and for others. In excess too. Healing the body. With wisdom, with the earth, with nature. Learning about that and then applying it, or learning about that and then sharing the knowledge, right? Sharing the knowledge with other people. This is part of the strategy for some of us. And first and foremost, it's about healing yourself. Heal yourself, heal your body. Then you're able to heal the people that you are sent to. High Priestess energy is the last and final card. That was just my overall energy. I ain't even made it to the actual messages yet. But the High Priestess is a servant of the people. The Queen of Pentacles is also a servant. Any queen is actually to serve the people. I'm talking about they were groomed for this. They are brought up to be able to do this. All that they endure, all the lessons, all the experiences, all of it is for themselves first, but then it's also to serve their constituents. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the way that Spirit speaks to you. This is how a lot of us are gaining the strategy, the witty inventions. This is how we are being instructed. I was starting this reading and I was going to talk about this concept of how when we were born, our natal chart actually, our natal chart is literally able to give direction, give insight, give instruction, and therefore bring clarity into aspects of our lives, our whole entire life for that matter too. So to tap into that energy is to be a wise man or a wise woman. I hate that this has been demonized so much with astrology and stuff. Yes, people are tapping into it a bit more, but it's still not enough. It's not enough because I don't got enough people coming to me saying, "Hey, I need you to do my chart." I don't got enough of that, and there needs to be more because there are ways that we can heal ourselves significantly. I don't want to say faster because everything still happens in divine timing, but I still feel like when you are aware of what your chart is showing you, you're able to better navigate your own transformation, your own healing. It brings things into perspective. It helps you make sense of the things that you have experienced in your life. One thing that Spirit told me in my channeling is that you can find out what divine timing is if you look into the stars. I mean, literally, the Bible teaches that the stars and the luminaries were created for signs and for seasons. Signs are monuments. They are marks. They are markers. Key points, appointed times, things that you are to focus on, things that you are to pay attention to. That's what a sign is. It causes you to pay attention. The seasons deal with the cycle, the experience that we are in, when it may begin and when it may end. This is what is written in the stars for our use, for service to mankind. But for some reason, somewhere along the line, we were told that that's demonic, that it's evil, that you shouldn't do it. It's witchcraft. So that sucks for us because, yeah. So now many of us are aimlessly, and I do mean aimlessly, going through this life. We are blind energetically. Stuff is happening and you like, I don't know what this is happening for. Like, I don't know why this is happening to me. Why did this have to happen to me? Well, if you get a natal chart reading, or if you simply tapped in, if you ask those same questions internally and expect a response, you'll get an answer about it that way as well. But all of these things work together, like Romans 8:28 says, for the good of those who are called and who are chosen. And I'm going to tell you now, honestly, you can call and choose yourself. It is your prerogative to do so. It is the gift of God for you to do so. Moving on. How did I say all that? What anyway? All right. Wait a minute. Page of Pentacles. I almost got excited. The Page of Pentacles is here as some of the main messages that came out. Pages can deal with messages. It can deal with choosing and picking up a new skill set, a new study, a new habit. For me, I'm also hearing that this could be indicative of even the beginning of a new lifestyle. Lifestyle changes. Remember, with this Aries energy and this Queen of Pentacles energy, I said that for some of us, many people are working on their physical bodies. Many people are literally working on their health. Like, some of us could have received information about ailments within your body. You could have received a dismal report. You could have received a report that you've got some type of cancer, some type of sickness, some type of autoimmune disease. Or bare minimum, you're too heavy. Whatever the case is, okay? And this could have come directly from source, from spirit, or this is coming from you going to doctors. You You getting your physicals and things like that. And the information comes up that there's an imbalance within your body. All of this is happening. This truth is being made clear to you, made manifest to you, not so that you can, give up and croak or give up and become saddened. It's for you to help you heal yourself. Listen, when you heal yourself and where you heal yourself is also where your message and where your mission and where your purpose is, even if it's just for this season. Moving on. Page of Pentacles. So some of you guys are getting ready to go into a new field of study. Some of you guys could literally be receiving word about, being accepted into a program of some sort. I just heard CNA program, but it could be medicinal, or it could be even in a field of real estate, a field of gardening, agriculture. But whatever it is, this is the beginning stages of it for you, okay? You're new, you're green. I see the Six of Cups. I also feel like it's possible that somebody could be reaching out. There could be an actual message where somebody's talking about real things that happened to them. They're explaining a connection that you guys could have. It could be from the past. This could be someone that you grew up with, a childhood friend. This could be a school person, somebody you went to school with, or this could be an ex, a lover. Or this could be some experiences from your past, whether it's your deep childhood or whether it's your adolescence or just your most recent past. But whatever it is, this could be what is influencing picking up this new skill, or this could also be applying for the first time skills that you've already been working on, that you've already been studying, okay? Those were the only messages that came out with that. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask more questions. I'm going to have to get ready to put this sweet girl down. Not me smirking and smiling because I'm trying to figure out which deck I'm going to use. I'm going to just use this pink one because it's right here. And I'm going to go see if I can put my baby down. And if she still stays asleep, I'll be right back. Yes, mama. Yes, Chunky. I don't remember you burping, but I certainly hope that that won't be an issue for you. There we go, honey. Eat a little. Woo. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into it with clarifying, and then I'm going to move on. This will be the end of this reading. I hate that this thing be talking about a slow connection. This really gets on my nerves. Spirit, thank you so much for clarity. I mean, that's what the air element brings too. It brings clarity, man. And I feel like for many of us, even with this relationship, you guys, when this union comes in, or whether it could be an existing union and the cycle that's ending within the existing union is this idea of misunderstanding each other, of not cooperating, of not working together, whatever the case is, I feel like there's going to be a conversation that is rooted and grounded in truth in some way, that is going to assist the couple with making the best choice for themselves at this time. Whether it is to uncouple or and move on from each other, or if it's to go deeper into covenant, deeper into union with one another. All right, let's see. Why is the Page of Pentacles here, Spirit? Please give me more insight to that. All right, so I am seeing the Four of Swords here. I feel like, guys, this has something to do with vacations. This has something to do with the need for mental rest. This has something to do with the need for physical rest. This is still to me that hermit energy. So I would say retreats. Some of us could be connected to retreats. Like it may be time for you personally to retreat, even if it's just to retreat within your own mind, in order to gather this divine wisdom, this divine insight on who I am, who am I going to be now. Bare minimum, somebody has been reflecting, going over and over some past scenario, trying to just make sense of it all. All right. Yep. This is a lot of damn cards, but anyways, we're gonna read them all. I have the 7 of Cups showing up here. This could have done. This could have dealt with somebody feeling like they have options or trying to cut through illusions. This could even deal with dreams or visions. Somebody is in this space of having to make a decision. All right. So I have to talk about manifestation real quick because one, we're always doing that. There's always something that we're mentally focused on, that we desire strongly, whether we are super aware of it or if we're not. You could be in a place of trying to figure out where you need to put your energy, where you need to put your focus, where you need to put your strategy and your efforts. This is another thing that the Pentacles could be about, whether it's the Page or the Queen. It's about effort, real work, resources. That's about what are you actually doing that has produced something that people can touch, see, taste, smell, hear, experience. So some of us are needing to experience a consecration or a retreat for the purpose of cutting through illusion, for the purpose of honing in on our vision, getting clear about because we got options. There are infinite possibilities, okay? But in order to bring into your reality that which you desire, you've got to still get clear about those things. So this could be what some of this what tapping in can help do for you. I am seeing the 3 of Wands here: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. The Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I forgot to say those things, okay? Yeah. And I feel like what some people are retreating for, what some people are in their mind about, could be in regards to some type of business opportunity, some type of enterprise. Or bare minimum, what actions should I be taking? What action should I take next? What should I do now? Where should my focus, where should my energy go? Some of you guys could literally be waiting to receive word from something or someone. I am seeing the 4 of Pentacles also here. That's my card sometimes of holding on to something or saving something. This could be saving as in banking, like literally savings, a savings account, or holding on to the money that you do have. Or in regards to relationship of any kind, it could be trying to figure out how you're going to salvage the connection. This could be somebody's holding on in the connection, holding on to what you guys have. A lot of times too, for me, that's my card sometimes of being stingy too, though. Like, there's a fine line between being frugal for the purpose of like utilizing wisdom, and then having like a scarcity or a lack mentality. What I'm seeing more though is that somebody was holding on for something. I see the Hanged Man energy, which is my card of enlightenment and awakening. It's the card for also pause and reset. This is about our health. This is about the health. This is about being still, going within, and listening to the Spirit of the Most High, the Holy Spirit of wisdom, that's going to give you insight into where you are, why you're there, and really what you're supposed to be learning from the experience. So that when you come up out of that, you'll have the wisdom that you needed. This is also my card of surrender, release, flow. Heavy on the Pisces energy with that card. There are some of us who we feel like we have been restricted. There are some of us who feel as if things have not been going the way that we've been wanting them to go. Maybe you've been applying to different jobs and you're steadily getting messages talking about, oh, we've decided to go with another candidate. Mm-hmm. And if you've continued to experience that cycle over and over and over again, it's very, very possible that spirit that may not be the time for you to be working right now. And it really may be time for you to put your energies elsewhere. Maybe it's in a program, a certification program, or college. Maybe it's none of that. Maybe it's tapping into your spiritual gifts. Maybe you have everything already within you that you need to generate income for yourself, and you just have not tapped into that because you're looking outside of self. So being in the energy of surrender, like once you recognize that, oh my God, this really haven't been working out for me, or, you know, I feel bound, I feel stuck. Once you come into that recognition from that space, you need to figure out, okay, what lesson am I supposed to be getting right now? Spirit, what is it that you want me to understand right now? From that space, enlightenment and awakening comes, because now the answers are going to start to flow in. I know that with assurance because I feel like this stuff just happened for me. All right, let's look into the Six of Cups and then I'm going to let y'all go. Oh my God, I've been talking for that long. Wow, so sorry. I feel sorry, people. Six of Cups, Spirit, show me the Six of Cups. The King of Pentacles. So this could be a past life connection. Your past life could be as simple as 3 years ago, 1 year ago, 4 years, 7, 10, 20, like, you know, or totally a lifetime that you can't even really recall right now. But the point I'm making is this can have something to do with a divine partnership or connection. The King of Pentacles is the vibrational and energetic match to the Queen of Pentacles. This is a dependable, reliable, spiritual man. He learns. He's knowledgeable. He knows something. This person, in my opinion, could be great when it comes to, could have a green thumb. This person could be extremely physically fit. And if they're not, they could be fit in another way, like their mental capacity is the bomb. The man could be extremely powerful when it comes to his mind, and therefore this is how he generates income. Analytical, strategic, and this is what gets him his money. And in excess and abundance. This person is going to be well off. This person could be connected to how the Queen of Pentacles becomes well off if she is not well off in her own rights. I believe that it's a mixture of both. It's like they're going to both be well off in their own right, whether it's in the energetic or spiritual way that this person is well off, or if it's in the physical realm. When I think about the Queen and the King of Pentacles, I think about two people who are very, very powerful manifestors. They are aware of spiritual practices, of spiritual law, and they know how to use them mother freakers together, honey. And when they do, when they get in their zone, when they are concocting, when they are preparing, when they are speaking, when they are declaring what they want, they do so from a place that is both spiritual and practical, and it manifests itself. Because strategy comes into play. Planning comes into play. And execution. Spirit, what else? I see the Hierophant came out. That's the only one that actually revealed itself. This is heavy on the Taurus energy. So Taurus could be a very important placement, or it's just about the energy. This is the High Priest. So we already saw the High Priestess come up in the overall energy for the first part of the tarot. It was the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and then the High Priestess. The High Priestess, in my opinion, would be the divine counterpart to the High Priest or to the Hierophant. So we've got two important relationships showing up, and I'm seeing the celestial and the terrestrial on the table coming together. Let me find out that these sacred unions, for some of us, they're going to marry the spiritual, the energetic with the physical, to the point to where both of you guys are going to be powerful manifestors. Like there's going to be proof of power all day, every day. When y'all two come together, when y'all put y'all's minds together, when you come up with a freaking plan of action and you work that, everything that you set out to accomplish, you will accomplish. Possibly more. Moving on. The other cards that came out, we have the Eight of Pentacles, but in the reverse. Somebody, let me see this other card before I move on. The Queen of Wands in reverse. All right, here we go. Y'all, I feel like this is definitely a relationship that this is talking about for some of us, okay? I believe that there is someone who is returning to a connection that they are realizing was always a sacred union. They may have tapped into the divine, or somehow they've gotten whatever, received word in whatever way that Spirit speaks to them expressly, that has let them know that a connection that they were a part of, they no longer need to put energy, effort, and work into. And they've been instructed. They've been guided back to whom they need to put this effort, this energy, this work and commitment into. That's what I believe is happening. The Queen of Wands in reverse is a manipulative, overbearing, catty, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries woman. This person could very well still be beautiful and attractive, but the way that they use that is just sneaky. It's underhanded. This is a person who could be promiscuous, a cheater. So maybe the horrifying truth that somebody finds out in their connection is that somebody could be cheating on them in some type of way, shape, or form. And it doesn't even have to be that, but for some of us, we be needing the slaps in the face and in the head, because you can't just take it that when you feel the imbalance between the connection that this is not meant for you. You don't just listen when your spirit team is telling you that this is over now. Some of us don't listen to that. So then things have to happen in the natural to cause us to be uncomfortable. That's what I feel like happened here. Somebody is no longer putting in work and effort and commitment. They no longer want to be a student of this person because they alive. They done cheated. They have weaseled their way into this person's energy in their life, and it's been exposed. I'm going to stop here. At the bottom of the deck, I see the King of Cups, which is heavy on the Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancerian energy. This is a very spiritual, very deeply committed and feeling man, very creative. Oh, I gotta say this too, guys. It is possible that a mother figure or a wife figure could have transitioned, or bare minimum, just there's a transition or an ending coming in their connection. King of Cups, I see. Okay, so what I feel like is that somebody is going to be coming with a message of love, of understanding, of wanting to possibly rekindle or heal a connection for the first time ever. They're ready to work together, be cooperative. Like, I would not be surprised if some of you guys may find yourselves engaged. And it could be after a period of separation, or after somebody who has experienced divorce. That is the reading. I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to go no further because maybe we'll be here way too long. Thank you for those who dropped by. Thank you for those who engaged with me while we were on this live on Facebook. I do apologize for the slow connection, but I certainly hope that you guys were still able to hear the messages that came up and out. And if it makes sense and resonates with you, with your personal life and experiences, be sure to put it in the comments for me. If you'd like to book your own personal private reading, or if you'd like to set up a natal chart reading or a secondary progression chart reading, then I'll put all the information on how you can do that with me somewhere around this video. Okay? Yeah, it's my pleasure to serve you guys this way. Peace, love, light, and darkness, which all work together to bring balance and harmony first within ourselves, and then within our world. Bye bye for now.